Now to those new developments in that deadly attack in New Jersey. Thousands remembering the victims overnight as authorities learn more about the shooters, saying surveillance video shows they clearly targeted that Jewish market. Adrian Bankert is in Jersey City with the latest. Good morning, Adrian.
Good morning to you too, Robin. And law enforcement officials have confirmed that that surveillance video you spoke about is part of their investigation. Now, while we're still awaiting an official word as to the motive, we know the location behind us here is more than a building. There's a synagogue located next door, and this is all part of the small but growing Hasidic community here who grieved overnight at two huge funerals. Overnight, thousands in Brooklyn, New York and Jersey City, New Jersey mourned the victims of the New Jersey shooting rampage. As those who lost their lives are laid to rest, new surveillance video captures what preceded the killings inside this kosher market.
There were multiple other people on the streets, so there were many other targets available to them that they bypassed to attack that place. So it was clearly that was their target, and they intended to harm people inside.
Authorities say that just around 12:20 p.m. Tuesday, two suspects parked right outside the market, slowly emerging from a stolen U-Haul van, armed with high-profile rifles. The suspects, 47-year-old David Anderson and 50-year-old Francine Graham, enter the store with at least one of them opening fire. Police say the two may have been members of the Black Hebrew Israelites, a group known to law enforcement for its anti-Jewish and anti-police views.
So just because they shoot up some Jews on the dark, that means that you suspect that they're part of the Black Hebrew Israelites. You understand? Because no other kind of people no other belief that dark skin will want to shoot up a building full of Jews, or so-called Jews, as a matter of fact, Jewish.
Sources tell ABC News that Anderson recently posted anti-Semitic comments online, and investigators recovered a pipe bomb and religious writings inside that U-Haul.
There is no question that this is a hate crime.
Among the dead, market owner Mindy Ferenz, a mother of 5, employee Douglas Rodriguez, and a customer, 24-year-old Moshe Deutsch.
A few hundred bullets went into a body of a 24-year-old child. How can we, as a community, as people, bear that?
One person in the market was injured but survived. Police officers eventually killed the suspects after a gun battle that lasted hours.
We have our officers down, and a lot of officers out here out in the open.
It sounded like we were at war. That's what it sounded. They sound like Desert Storm out here, like we were at war.
According to the state attorney general, the attackers were also prime suspects in the murder of an Uber driver just days earlier. Police believe it is why the two shot and killed Detective Joe Seals, who encountered the two at a nearby cemetery before driving to the kosher market. Throughout the neighborhood, cars and buildings are ridden with bullet holes. The painful memory of the violence still fresh, with police being commended for jumping into the line of fire.
Could have been far deadlier, and the reason it was not is due to the heroism of the men and women of the Jersey City Police Department.
And state and federal officials have told us that they hope to reveal more of what they've learned from those documents inside that stolen U-Haul and the motive of these two suspects sometime today. Michael?
All right, so much to process there, Adrian. Thank you so much.
I understand they're trying to find what the motive, but the suspect is they were a member of what the Black Hebrew Israelites, just because they shot up a synagogue with some Jews. All right, like to say, Kachalayim, Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakah Kodash, double honesty apostles, and elders of Great Millstone and Rulewell. Peace and salutation to the acrimony world that pushed us through to the four corners of the earth. But the men of the Lord already know that these things are what expected. You understand? These are the things scriptures call them what? The wiles of the devil. Right, I will get that. That is what? That is Ephesians. Ephesians 6:10 or Galatians 6:10. Yeah, Ephesians 6:10. It says, finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord and in the power of his might. It says, put on the whole armor of the Most High, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. You understand? Our wiles go back to what? Trickery. Because we know that they're just using these things as leverage to demonize us. Because they know what they want to enforce But you know how this devil does work. Before they actually enforce certain things, they had to discriminate that person, try to make that person look like if there's a monster. So when they actually go to take effect on that person, everybody would have it in their mind that they're doing something good. The same thing they used to do with Russia is the same thing that they used to do with Maduro in Venezuela. You understand? It's the same thing. And it's the same thing they will do to us. Why? Because we speak against them. So now anybody that go and shoot up Jews, that had to be black Hebrew Israelites, because you know that them is the only people that will shoot up a building full of Jews. It have people who was reported shoot up mosques, they shoot up Catholic churches, they shoot up Christian churches. Them is not nothing else. But once you shoot up a building full of Jews, yeah, and you're dark skinned with a beard, you have to be a black Hebrew Israelite. You understand? Hands down. Usual suspect. Say the Revelations 12 verse 12. It say, therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. It say, woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea. For the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because you know he had but a short time. And all these things with demonizing the image, you know, of the Lord's men, demonizing, you know, the wisdom that we just teach by trying to ban it and saying it's hate speech, and trying to ban it from YouTube and all these other sites and so forth. We know that this is the devil coming down onto us. What? Having great wrath, because he upset. He only have a short time left to rule. You understand? And more things like this you will see happening in the end. Say they Matthew 10 verse 16, it say, behold, I sent you forth as sheep in the midst of wolves. It say, be therefore wise as serpents and harmless as doves. You understand? And I how the men of the Lord really are. The wise as serpents and the harmless as doves. They're not like these other camps who go in the gun range and taking out pictures of them holding SRs and all this foolishness. All that has actually helped to demonize the ministry and actually make people think that, yeah, I just see those guys shooting the shooting range, so you know they're really capable of that kind of stuff. You understand? But we know that them men, they being put up to do things like that. You understand? They being put up to do things like that. A man of the Lord wouldn't be trying to push that kind of vibration to give we people that kind of image if he was really wise. It say, but beware of men, for they will deliver you up to the councils, and they will scourge you in their synagogues. And ye shall be brought, Salakia, and ye shall be brought before governors and kings for my sake, for a testimony against them and the Gentiles. And this is something the men of the Lord also had to prepare for. It say, well, the devil will cast you into prison. When they actually start to demonize our image and make us look like if we're the worst thing on planet Earth, when really and truly they are the worst thing on planet Earth. When that time come, you know, some brothers might be captured. You know, some had to go into prison, some will be brought before governors, and all of these things, just like Mashiach was, all these things was done unto him. You understand? That when Pilate was asking him, you know, doth now know that I have power to save thee, just paraphrasing. Those are things that brothers might actually have to go through in time to come. They'll be captured, might be brought before governors. You understand? Might have to answer questions. They might have to go into prisons. All these things that Esau doing now, all the wiles of the devil, that are just leading up to the time that is to come. But how do they start? They start like what? Wise as serpents, trickery. Let's try to make it look like if we bad, like if we the worst thing, like they just do with any nation. Before they go and conquer it, what do they just try to do? They just try to demonize it. That's why when they was going into Venezuela, what I had to do, they had to make it look like if Maduro is a dictator and he not fit to rule the people, and try to give him a bad image, and then they send their puppet to try to take over the place. It didn't work, but that's how their strategy does work. They just try to demonize the image first and then go and take them over after. And we are as the men of the Lord, we see what is going on. But we know all this is a part of prophecy. These things must happen. And all these things are showing how closer we are to the end of this kingdom. You understand? Because the Lord would not allow him to destroy all of his prophets. You understand? So, as we see in these things happen, is just to be humble and patient. And try to endure, as the scriptures talk about. Try to hold fast to that which you have learned. You understand? Because we see in these prophecies coming closer and closer to actually happening. The famine coming just now, as you can see, they're starting to take information off, starting to shut down certain means to information. By the time 2020, things gonna become rampant, not only with the famine but also with the microchip. You understand? Which is the mark of the beast. Anyway, I hope it was edifying. I'd like to say shalom. This is Yarawa from GMS Trinidad East Camp. Take it easy.